Ace Podcast.
This is the Super Co-op Squad Video Game Podcast, episode 49. On today's show, we'll review Cuphead, the exclusive title from Microsoft's Xbox One and Windows PC. We'll also be talking about Red Dead Redemption 2's latest trailer, and are we finally getting the Red Dead game we've been waiting years for? And lastly, we'll be going over the PlayStation Plus free games and Xbox Live games with gold for the month of October. And as always, gamer trivia, name the game, speedrun, and all that fun segmenty stuff. We'll get to that as well. All right, guys, welcome to episode 49. We're just one away from the Big 5-0.
The Big 5-0. Three away from a year?
Yeah, man. It's coming up on a year. That's cray-cray. So, guys, we are the Super Co-op Squad. Every week we talk about games, movies, comics, anything pop culture, anything that's fun that we care about or want to rip on or just have fun chatting about. We get into it. We talk about those things, other things, have some games, and just have a good time and hope that you have a good time, too. I'm one of your hosts, Johnny Mac, and as always, I'm joined with my good friends and fellow host, Garrett Laney.
Mata.
And Joshua Gerard.
The leg. Sweep it.
He's sweeping legs.
But Sensei.
You know, they're actually making a TV show, right? They're bringing both
Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith?
No. They're bringing back whatever the dude is that played the bad guy and then Ralph Macchio.
Okay,
they're bringing them back for a new TV show about what happened with them after they grew up. And they both end up kind of like coming back to karate and opening dojos.
I figured it was going to be something like that. Sounds cool.
Yeah, I'm actually very excited for that. So this is your spoiler warning, guys. And as always, we have our terrible spoiler of the week. Joshua, what is it?
Batman is actually Bruce Wayne.
There you go. You know, you've been waiting for that mystery for years. Who's behind the cape and cowl?
Solved. It's
solved. And it's your fault that you know now if you didn't know because, we told you the spoiler was coming.
But somehow he still has Batman's voice.
They do a pretty good job most of the time splitting it off. But hey, if you are worried about spoilers, though, make sure you check our show notes. There's a link right to those in the details in the description or the summary of wherever you happen to be listening, probably on, like Apple or something, because like 80% of all podcasts are listened and used through Apple. But if not, you can listen to it anywhere. But yeah, click that link, guys. Take you right to our website. You'll be able to view the show notes. You'll see what we're talking about, what's upcoming in the show for today, links, different things, pretty pictures, all that stuff. Maybe some ugly pictures. I don't know. It'll help you guys enjoy the show and skip things that you don't want to know about. But other than that, guys, let's hop into today's show. So Cuphead
and his pal Mugman.
I do have to point out, shout out to Garrett real quick because I did put Mughead in the
Cuphead and Mughead.
Yeah, it's not Mughead.
Cupman and Mughead.
I would have caught it, but I wanted to make sure that you got your props for catching that little typo. So this game has been quite a few years in the making. This is a run and gun platformer, more of the higher difficulty variety, Super Meat Boy kind of Dark Souls-y stuff, where not those type of games, but that sort of difficulty level. And it's been a long time that we've been waiting for this game, developed by Studio MDHR, exclusively on Xbox One, and of course the Windows PC side of that as well. It released last Friday on September 29th.
I have a quick question. Is this a timed exclusive?
No.
Or just straight up Microsoft?
Right now it's a Microsoft only.
Yeah.
A lot of people that don't have an Xbox are disappointed that it's not coming to PS4.
Buy an Xbox.
Sucks to suck?
Or get Windows.
Well, Windows and you're good. I mean, a lot of the world has a PC, so you have a way to play it still. So yeah, initial thoughts on the game, guys, and have you guys been waiting for the game for a long time like me? Because I've been waiting years, and you guys know this.
So I think we've all had a varying excitement or anticipation for this game. Johnny, I believe you've been the most excited out of the three of us. Me, I've kind of been a little bit on the back burner. It's a game I've kind of been looking forward to, not so much because of the gameplay, but just because of the art, the design.
Yeah, so go into that a little bit. Let everybody know what the art style is like.
So this art style is in basically homage or just straight copycatted.
Copycat's okay to say.
Of the 1930s cartoons, like old school Disney, old school, we're going way back, like to the point where I don't know the names of the other studios, but
yeah,
it's gorgeous.
It has a very Steamboat Willie look, except colored.
Yeah,
that old Disney Mickey Mouse original. It looks like it's kind of done in Technicolor.
Yes,
it looks like like a Tom and Jerry cartoon or old school Looney Tunes,
older than Tom
even
and
older.
Jerry.
But yeah,
Tom and Jerry's too advanced.
It is. But that's the kind of color and format you get, even with the sound quality, even with the graininess of the picture. Everything is made it to look like you are playing through an original Disney cartoon from the 1930s.
Yeah, and the overlay pretty much looks like a grainy film reel. Like, and you can hear little sound effects and little lines and dots just kind of blurring in and out, and it's like that through the entire game.
Yep.
Menus, pause menus, intro, everything.
Yeah, I really like the art style, I like the music quite a bit. Everything about just the atmosphere the game gives you. I mean, we're not even getting into the gameplay yet, but just honestly, just pressing the button and like turning the game on and watching it start that grainy like film reel stuff, and then hearing that opening song, great stuff.
It's awesome.
It's classic.
One thing I want to mention real quick, it might be jumping ahead a little bit, but just the music. I've gone just so far in just the overworld. I'm still in the first land, Inkwell Isle, and the music feels so Disney-esque. Like, it's making me feel like I need to go to Disneyland.
Yeah, it was funny. My wife was playing with me a little bit, and I tried to play with you.
We tried. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
There's no co-op yet, but played it the next day. My wife and I are playing, and she's like, "How has Disney not sued them?"
Well, original characters.
Content, yeah.
I mean, but Cuphead looks like Mickey Mouse from the head down.
From like the neck down.
That's a lot of Mickey.
I mean, he's got black skin and white gloves and a red overall. Yeah,
that's 80% Mickey Mouse.
Cuphead
but
has a
mouse.
white kind of porcelain skin, a lower body. He's got giant yellow shoes like Mickey. No, they're brown, I think.
Yeah,
it's got yellow
and his shorts they're red shorts.
They are
not
wicked.
Red button half over. Completely different, Johnny.
And he's got a cup as a head.
In no way taking any liberties from Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, you don't hear him going, ha ha.
Well, not yet. Wait till the end of the game. What if they have something crazy? But yeah, so getting into the actual game, again, it's a platformer / kind of shooter. I think Metal Slug, if you played that series before, or Contra, but just difficulty to the extreme maximum. How are you guys enjoying the game itself?
Game's a lot of fun. For me, it does have a challenge to it. From what I've played, the game itself isn't, for me, like, difficult. The difficult part is trying to get the best like grade score, because there is a grade score, so that way maybe there's unlockables or just trying to get the highest achievements in that game. That's the hard part.
Yeah, I think it is difficult, especially as you memorize the boss kind of rotations and how to use your skills and the different powers that the character has and moving and fighting to beat that boss. But yeah, I really like the gameplay. It's fun and it's challenging just enough to get you involved and learn it, but not overly difficult where I want to throw my controller.
So for myself, you guys know me. I'm not crazy about challenge. I want my games to be nice and easy. There is a certain kind of just fun and joy to trying over and over, failing and trying to learn when's it okay to do this? Okay, he's going into this phase. Let me, kind of learning the boss's moves and just moveset and what to look out for, what sound cues to watch, or I suppose listen. And it was a lot of fun.
You talked about the bosses and their movements and everything, and I think that's one of the cool things about it is that you don't really get mad about losing, because it's almost nice and cool to watch the animations of how the boss like attacks you. It's really fun. So yeah, I like the gameplay quite a bit. So what was the best part of the game for you? Like, what's the standout that just makes this a great game, if you think it's a great game?
For me, sorry, Joshua, did you want to go ahead? You seem ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Go ahead.
Okay. The most interesting thing about this game that stands apart is its parry system. So the parry system is a unique way where anything that's shaded in pink, you can essentially do a double jump and it attacks whatever object it is, an enemy, an item, and then you get essentially a skill point for your EX meter or super move at the same time that allows you to dodge certain attacks. And yeah.
Sorry, did I
get a little extra?
It looked like you were about to.
Well, no, I was saying, sorry, I'll use it for promotion. I was saying I got something to add to that.
Oh, okay. So you dodge different attacks. You have different unique abilities that you can gain up on that. And it's just such a cool thing to do, especially in boss battles, because you want to build EX meter to do more damage, but you're like, do I want to risk getting that? Or am I going to get hit? If you mistime it, it's off. And that's just a really cool, unique thing to add in the game.
Yeah, we had an opportunity over several years to go to different shows and try the game in its early builds. And that was something that wasn't in early builds of the game. So they added a lot of depth to the game that wasn't there. So for instance, I had seen that overworld on Inkwell Island before, and played a level or two. None of that pink like counters the parry stuff was in there. They didn't have the kind of weapon purchases and stuff. There were no upgrades you could have. So they really did a lot to make a very bare bones type of Metal Slug Contra-esque, run and gun platformer have some meat to it.
Mm-hmm. I did not know that. The parry system, as Joshua pointed out, is standalone on its own. It separates itself from other types of run and gun shooters. One thing I like, John, you touched upon a little bit, was the power-ups. The power-ups are a lot of fun. And you go through not boss levels, but just kind of platforming levels. You gather and collect coins. You use those coins to then purchase power-ups, extra charms to that could be buffs, super moves, all this kind of fun stuff. I just purchased my first power-up being the spread shot. Mm-hmm. That is a powerful move or style when you're up close.
Yeah, the one that I purchased was like some green one that homes in on its own.
Okay.
It's very
the
weak.
chaser.
Yes, very weak, but it makes it easier because you don't have to aim as much, which is cool. So will this even find critical success? I mean, I think that we can all agree we really like the game, but it's a niche, right? I mean, it's a run and gun platformer. It is only on Xbox. It is an indie title, not much marketing, and it's in a cartoon style.
This is a game that people have been waiting for a very long time. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, that game that's never going to come out, And then for some people that were, I guess, lucky enough to kind of forget about it, and then surprise games out, and now they can enjoy it. Where the rest of us were, like, when's Cuphead? Get Marvel out of my face. Injustice, you go over there. Whatever. Zelda, sit down. I want my Cuphead, and now it's here.
I think the game will be critically acclaimed. I think it will sell okay for an indie title. It won't kind of make that transition to like it did as great as a AAA title will, just because a lot of people get them hangups on art style.
Really?
I mean, think about Borderlands. Think about other games that have that non-realistic art style or cutesy. Or I can imagine like a very casual gamer who plays like their Call of Duties and their Halos and even Destinies, seeing this game on the store and seeing it look like Disney and just scroll past it.
One thing I think would be a counter to that is, you think a lot of people are looking forward to like the kind of realistic graphics, kind of want things to look nice. Minecraft, one of the biggest games, maybe not, one that we all like or are clamoring for, but that game has sold millions on top of millions, and that's not the prettiest game.
Okay, fair enough.
That's a good point. I think this will do critical acclaim. I don't think it will do commercial success because it is a indie title, a little bit more niche. But also to your point, Johnny, I do agree to the fact that people will probably scroll by because of its look. People will pick it up because of its unique look. But if you look at the average gamer, in my opinion, that's very hardcore on Call of Duty, Halo, Destiny, usually those type of players aren't playing these indie games anyway.
True.
So they're probably already scrolling past.
I disagree with both of you. This game's doing well. I think a lot of people are looking forward to it, and I think it's going to sell not crazy, but I think it's going to sell enough where it'll be a standout game where it's like, oh, if you have an Xbox, you get Cuphead.
I honestly hope so because I really like this game. I'd like a number 2. I'd like other companies to do things like this.
One thing I want to mention, just something that stood out for me that I didn't like. It's a lot more load screen time than I thought it was going to be in between overworld and jumping into levels. I mean, sometimes it's upwards for me up 20 seconds. And
I never had that problem.
It's for me, it's noticeable coming off of playing other indie titles and coming off of playing a cartridge game on the Switch.
Okay.
Essentially, for me, it's inconsistent. It's not very similar in its load time. It's not something that's held up where it's not enjoyable. Just something I thought as a title that has progressed so far, I just thought it'd be quicker to load in and out of the game. That's just me, though.
I can somewhat agree with that. The loading is a little longer than I'd like it to be. My hang up with this game, no online co-op.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
That's a huge bummer.
Yeah, no, I agree. It should have had online co-op. That was definitely necessary.
Could be easily patched.
Well, they did say that they might do that, and we'll see. All right, so let's rate this. So Joshua, you had a nice little way to rate this. What's our 3 rankings?
Yeah, so first tier is the glass full? You got a full cup?
Is the mug full?
Okay.
Cup.
Well,
cup.
Is the cup full?
Depends on if you're player 1 or player 2.
It's called Cuphead.
Yeah. So is the cup full, or Is it kind of middle tier, average game?
Half
Glass
empty?
half empty, half full? Or is it bad? The cup broke and now you lost your drink and everything attached to it.
All right. It's overflowing. This is a great game. I like everything about it. It's top tier stuff.
It's full. It's full. I'm trying not to spill it on my way.
Yeah, mine's full. I even got a candy cane straw put in there too.
Look at that. Use that for Perry's.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. All right, guys. So fan favorites. So every week we pick 10 rapid fire questions. We answer them. Find out where we stand opposed and where we stand united in fandom. So play along. Let's find out what your fan favorites are as well. All right, guys. Well, I had the pick this week. It's my week of massive amounts of homework.
Not as massive as Joshua's.
That's true. Joshua
I
had
literally had everything.
He had every single thing as far as tasks that we divvy up every week. He had the whole kit and caboodle last week. He came in with bloodshot eyes. He was tired.
Working that overtime.
Like a racer head.
Yeah. Good one. All right. So this week was, again, my week. And so I wanted to do kind of back to basics like Joshua and Garrett, you guys had done. Just this thing or that thing for the most part. I know sometimes I get crazy with it. I have a lot of fun.
We all do.
We do.
I mean,
It's
you
fun.
did end up bringing like a 4-year-old to a club.
I mean, you do what you got to do, man, to pick up the bladies.
Can you spot the girl with the daddy issues? Say map.
Oh, man. So this week, you got to choose between channels. So pick one channel you have to watch for the rest of your life. That's it. That's all it is to it this week. So this is one channel for life.
Easy.
I couldn't think of a cool like way to phrase that. So
Yeah, I can't help you out.
yeah, there we go. All right. So first up, MTV or BET?
MTV.
MTV.
MTV. Disney or Nickelodeon?
You bastard. Disney.
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon. ESPN or Fox Sports?
I don't know. Flip a coin. ESPN.
ESPN.
Fox Sports. AMC or HBO?
HBO.
HBO.
HBO. Animal Planet or the Discovery Channel?
Animal Planet.
Discovery Channel.
Discovery Channel. PBS or the Food Network?
PBS.
PBS.
PBS. NBC or CBS?
NBC.
NBC.
NBC. CNN or the British Broadcasting Network? BBC.
BBC.
Bubaka.
BBC. History Channel or A&E?
A&E.
History Channel.
A&E. TBS or USA Network?
USA.
TBS.
USA Network. Okay. So let's break these down. So MTV or BET?
I mean, MTV, music television.
There are two different time frames for both these channels. There's
Well, you
old
gotta
school
go right
and
now.
new school.
Right now, today.
Well, I said MTV because they kind of had the better of both worlds back then and now.
Well, I mean, you can't look at back then. You're looking at what the station is right now.
I don't know what the stations are right now.
Right now, they're both kind
So
of terrible.
the thing about MTV is that BET just does everything MTV did, but black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Solid.
solid, brother. Dynamite.
BET did play an American Dream, though. Jackson 5.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if MTV did.
I don't know, but yeah, I mean MTV just they're more original. You know.
Yeah,
It's all reality shows.
Beavis and Butthead, Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yeah, they used to be the Adult Swim of the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
So 90.
90, what was that?
93.8% of our listeners chose BET.
Wow.
I'm sorry. That was backwards.
Yeah. Okay.
MTV.
There we go. That sounds about right.
My bad. All right, Disney or Nickelodeon?
Nickelodeon.
You guys know me, Disney.
Nickelodeon has
This was-
such great stuff on there.
Yes, they do.
The only thing that swayed it for me was Rugrats. I mean, I can't
Rugrats
not.
was important.
Rugrats over everything. Everything Disney.
But,
I mean,
Recess, Chippendale Rescue Rangers,
You're right.
Gargoyles.
Well, hold on though. Those shows were not on the Disney Channel to start. Those were on ABC 7. Let's just be clear. And those aren't on there now either. I guess. Yeah.
Are we?
Yeah,
I'm
but
sorry, are
you
we
didn't
doing
preface it like
Okay, fair enough.
TV
You can
now.
look at it however you want. So let's say you have the channel and every broadcasting
yeah.
thing that they had. Let's just say
Yeah.
that then. But yeah, still Rugrats, man.
I mean, I'm gonna miss my Hey Arnold. I'm gonna miss my Angry Beavers, but I'll be happy.
You just reference all the worst things about Nick. I don't even want Nickelodeon now. You reference those
Oh,
things.
okay.
I mean, they had Nick at
Come to my
Night.
side.
You had Nick at Night. And
Yeah.
then you also had all like Keenan and Kel, all that.
Yeah. I'm not denying. I'm not lying.
I'm just saying what I liked about the Nickelodeon channels.
And SpongeBob. But anyway, Disney, Nickelodeon. Who won? Nickelodeon.
Of course they did.
87.5% of our listeners chose Nick.
Yowzers.
Nick.
ESPN
Nick.
or Fox Sports?
I don't care.
You're not a sports guy. So
Joshua?
I just I don't watch either station, but I just chose ESPN because they have a radio station that I listen to sometimes.
They have a building at downtown Disney.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's why I chose it.
I chose Fox Sports only because I really enjoy the dulcet tones of Joe Buck when he's announcing football and baseball games for them. He has a great broadcasting voice.
Yeah, that guy.
I like him. Like,
Young Buck.
No, his name's not Young Buck.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Joe Buck. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, man, they make a great broadcasting pair. So
Joe Dirt.
You don't get to make fun of Troy Aikman, even though he was a Cowboy, and I don't like Cowboys. The actual team, I real life Cowboys, you guys are fine. If there's any Cowboys listening, so listeners, ESPN took this one 68.8% compared to 31% for Fox Sports. AMC or HBO?
HBO's got all the good stuff.
HBO's got everything I want.
AMC would have won for me, but you know what?
Did it come down to Game of Thrones or Walking Dead?
No, honestly, I think for me it came down to the fact that they have both
Sopranos?
Game of Thrones, and they have Westworld. Yes.
Westworld.
But I mean, I don't think either of them one-on-one could have persuaded me away from The Walking Dead because I love the comic and I love zombies. But together, with their power combined,
They form West of Thrones?
they form
Game of Worlds.
Game of Worlds.
they form a ton of ratings that AMC just can't hope to match.
There you go.
Yep. So listeners, 81% chose HBO, 18% chose AMC. Animal Planet or the Discovery Channel?
I like aminals.
Let's do it like we do on the Discovery Channel.
No, just Animal Planet.
Do it like we do on the Discovery Channel.
Who's got Shark Week?
Discovery.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. That's it.
I think I just chose Discovery Channel because they have a wider breadth of content. Animal Planet seemed kind of cutesy.
It is now. It didn't used to be, but yeah, it's kind of all about the puppy bowl, the pupper bowl.
But you know what? The problem with Discovery Channel is they have all those freaking shows I don't care about. I don't care about a bunch of dudes on a boat trying to catch crabs.
Oh, they're gonna catch crabs.
There's like 8. There's 8 too many of those shows.
It's a boat full of dudes. They're catching crabs.
I just hate those.
One way or another.
But listeners decided 81% with Discovery Channel, 18% with Animal Planet.
So which one's got Mythbusters?
I don't know.
Neither.
I mean, let's just be fair. None of us actually watch any of these stations anymore.
Yeah.
Just to be honest. All right. And PBS or the Food Network?
I mean, I'd rather watch the Muppets than watch someone making food.
I don't need to stare at food. Although it's fun sometimes to see how people cook stuff.
It's
PBS
boring.
got all this stuff.
And let's just be honest, the Muppets weren't on PBS.
Sorry,
Sesame Street was. And I would,
it's
definitely
Jim
watch
Henson.
it. But then you have Arthur. Then you have Reading Rainbow.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
got some-
Magic School Bus?
Yeah, Barney.
Yep.
Okay, fine.
I'll take him.
I mean,
that?
esports has been on PBS.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Dragon
That's pretty
Tales?
cool.
Dragon Tales.
They
Was
actually
that
have some-
PBS?
Caillou.
Dang.
That's Little Saitama.
So we had this one was throw us for a loop here. 56% chose the Food Network.
Dang.
People like
Bunch of
watching
foodies.
food. Cake Boss.
Yeah, apparently
And Junior Cake
43% chose PBS. I guess they like Rachel Ray calling people racial slurs and stuff. I don't know. Boom, did it. All right, NBC or CBS? It's like the same thing to me.
It really is, honestly.
NBC's got all the like
All the what?
CSI stuff.
You can
right?
do it.
I don't know, man. I don't.
None of us watch these channels anymore.
To me,
NBC plays sports.
they do that, and then CBS does too. They both have football.
Oh, I don't watch.
Actually,
football.
CBS has more football, but I think NBC is the one that has like
Big Bang Theory?
Big Bang
Yeah, they've got
Theory
the comedy shows and
Two
Two
Broke
and a Half
Girls.
Men.
They like the number 2, don't they?
Two Broke Girls.
2.5 Men.
Ugh.
Whatever other twos there are.
Yeah, I think that's all of them. So 56% chose NBC, 43 chose CBS. All right, CNN or BBC?
I mean, BBC sometimes plays Star Trek The Next Generation.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yep.
Yeah.
I literally chose it for 2 reasons. The
Doctor
first
Who.
reason is it's world news, and CNN too often is just like American disasters, earthquakes, and I just don't, or politics. It's not worldly. And then also, hearing things in British accents just sounds better.
None of it was
Does.
Doctor Who.
It's fine, but I like Doctor Who.
I know, but Doctor Who didn't play a part in your choice here.
No, because, well, I guess I didn't think about that. But yes, I love Doctor Who. Yep.
Who?
Wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey. All right. History Channel or A&E?
Or we could talk about the poll on that last vote.
Oh, yeah, you're right. 68% chose BBC, 31% chose CNN. So good job, guys. You're cultured. History Channel or A&E?
A&E because they've got other stuff other than history.
History Channel's got some cool stuff. When I watched it long
I like
ago.
History Channel because they do have a lot of like documentaries and like they do those like
aliens.
No, oh god, I hate that meme so much. It's one of the worst memes.
Not saying it's aliens. But it's aliens.
They have those like not recaps, those dramatizations where like they show the event and then like they redo it. I like those a lot. Oh, yeah. What I hate about both these channels, they have so many of those god awful like Pawn Stars and buy this stuff and I don't
Auction
care.
Hunters and Storage Wars.
I don't care. Oh my gosh, and it's fake. A lot of it's so fake.
Dancing with moms,
hardcore pawn.
You know, they walk into a place. Oh, look, this lamp. I know a guy. I'll probably get $80. Ding. That lamp is not worth $80. You scumbag.
The best I could do is $50.
Yeah, they're just lying. No one's buying those things. All right, and listener poll: 62.5% chose History Channel, 37% chose A&E, and last TBS or USA.
You guys must be talking old school USA.
I mean, USA's got Monday Night Raw.
I mean, the only reason I chose USA because they used to have.
They have SmackDown.
They've got wrestling, and TBS doesn't either way. But USA used to have a cartoon, like Saturday morning cartoon segment that had Ghostbusters and stuff.
Used to, yep.
And that was why I chose it.
I barely remember
TBS
that.
has got a bunch of drama flicks, and they had some pretty cool shows on there.
Much like NBC and CBS, they're like the same station, man.
I'm surprised it's still around.
Doesn't TBS have Sharknado? I don't know.
No, that's sci-fi.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's probably showed up once or twice. They put a bunch of random dramas on there now.
How did I not put sci-fi?
Wait, which one's getting the?
That is a good question.
Which one's getting the Teen Titans?
Teen Titans Go?
No, the show called Titans.
I don't
TNT?
know.
It's TNT. Is TNT still a channel?
Yep, sure is.
They won't be in the near future when streaming services destroy these places.
No, then you can sign up for the TNT streaming app.
They actually have one.
Dynamite.
You can watch it on your phone.
It's terrible. All right, guys. 62% chose TBS. 37% chose USA. So, all right, guys. Well, hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you had some fun with that. Fan favorites. Give us some themes for the upcoming week's fan favorites. We'd love to hear from you. Contact us by email. contact@scspodcast.net or on Twitter @SuperCoopSquad. You can talk to us there. All those contact sites are going to be available in the link in the details and description. So check there, and you can just click the link there and take you right to either of those. All right, so we finally have a full trailer for Red Dead Redemption 2. It's been a while and the game got pushed back, but this is our first look at the story, the main protagonist, which his name's Arthur Morgan, and just what the world's going to look like and kind of the setting for it. So initial thoughts on the trailer for you guys.
I mean, we got a whole 1 minute and 2 seconds?
Yeah, but it was a beefy, meaty 1 minute and 2 seconds.
Yeah, it was.
A lot of meat per second there. A lot of
is that a new measure?
A lot of MPSs.
Meat per second. I like it.
Oh man, I thought they gave us a lot of good information in this trailer. I thought it was well done. It showed me enough of what the game's going to be without blowing everything out of the water and showing me and revealing the whole thing.
Yeah.
I really like the way that they have your main character, and he's so different from John Marston. I got his name. It's John Marston. From the first game, and it's awesome. I'm loving this.
And this is a prequel, right? So to speak.
Yes and no. I don't think it actually has anything to do with John Marston exactly, but it does take place before Red Dead Redemption 2 or 1.
Yeah. We're playing as the gang.
Yes.
This time, so we'll be doing some cool bank robberies.
Yeah.
Later on you'll have the multiplayer and they'll add heists. Imagine this gets the amount of DLC that Grand Theft Auto's been getting.
I think it will if it picks up and does really good.
I think that'd be cool.
Hear the Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto.
I was just messing with you. Yeah, I mean, it definitely has the ability to do that. Just rock stars just knocking it out the park, man.
As they do.
Just rocking it out the park.
I see what you did there. They're starring it out the park. One thing that kind of pointed out to me, it's a small thing, but it big to me. Swamps.
Yeah,
there's swamps. That I mean, we could be getting swampy stuff. Swamp Thing.
In the marshes.
They might have some sort of Easter egg. So the thing I think that stood out the most for me in this is that we are playing an out and out villain.
Yep.
Like he's not misunderstood. He's not towing the line. He's not a double agent.
I'm doing it for my family.
Yeah, he's not an outlaw. Yeah, he's not being like coerced into it. He's a villain. That's it.
Wanted in 3 different towns.
And
Yeah,
like,
brags about it too.
Yeah, he does.
there's that one part where he's like, your mama's in black, on account of your daddy. How about I keep her in black on account of you? Like, dang, dude. Like, you're saying you murdered his dad? You're going to murder him too? That's freaking dark.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if because this is different than what we usually play as. I mean, I suppose in Grand Theft Auto, you're doing bad stuff, but it's kind of for like a goal.
Yeah. You're not a bad guy.
Yeah. You're not.
Grand Theft Auto.
Exactly. You're just a guy getting put in bad situations.
Yes.
But in this one, you're straight up like evildoer.
Yeah, you're
twisting the mustache and everything.
You're straight up a villain.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if this kind of setting is going to play any part in the people that play the game. Now, knowing that you're not misunderstood, you're not being blackmailed to do something, will playing a criminal entice you to do more criminal activity?
As the player who's playing the game knows that your character's already a villain, you don't have any choice in the matter. So will you just be a jerk to all the NPCs because that is the theme of your character? That is his alignment, if you will.
Exactly. Yeah. He's chaotic evil.
He's chaotic evil. No, he might even be lawful evil because he has a code. It may not be a good code.
Fair.
So
the game looks beautiful. It stands out a lot, and I'm curious to see how much of this game is played during the day and at night, because they showed that little train scene where he's just kind of looking above at night, and I'm curious how much nighttime gameplay there's going to be and how that's going to look compared to the rest of the game.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm sure they'll have a full day and night cycle. That's kind of the GTA thing at this point. The thing that I keep thinking about...
Channel flipping.
What?
Could have called it channel flipping.
Oh, that would have been a good idea for fan faves. Good job.
All right, sorry.
Yeah, it's a little late. That always happens, right? You get it right at the end.
Yeah.
So yeah, the thing that I keep thinking about, and you talked about it a little bit, Garrett, was the player himself or herself playing a character who is evil. You might decide to do more evil things. But the thing that I think about is this is going to sell the game. Because if you play another character in Red Dead 2 who is like John Marston, who was kind of a bad guy who has gone straight and who was coerced by the law to do these things, to now like have his record stricken clean, or a guy whose family's been stolen, or even if you're just outright good guy, we've already played a good guy. Like that was all you did in Red Dead Redemption 1. Like you were a good guy doing bad things because you had to.
Yeah.
Nobody wants a rehash. So they only had really the option to do something new by giving us a villain.
I would argue that if they did the same exact thing, people would buy it.
But it wouldn't be Rockstar.
Yeah, it wouldn't be Rockstar.
Wouldn't be as cool. I mean, what if they have a bad guy turn into a good guy? You can call it a redemption story.
You mean like Red Dead Redemption?
Yeah, that's exactly what Red Dead Redemption was.
Oh, keep in mind, Joshua has not played Red Dead Redemption.
No, I haven't.
I forgot. Episode 1. You learned that.
So what do you guys think? Do you like this? Are you on board so far?
Oh, so on board.
Nice.
Rockstar's coming up with another game. I'm there. Except if it's like Midnight Club, I don't care.
Yeah, we're on board that train.
Nice.
Yeah, that robbery train.
The
train robbery.
We're on board the hijack train. I would not want to be on that train.
No.
We'll just keep its release date. Last little point I had.
Nope.
I don't know. Tough to say. Rockstar. I mean, they don't usually take the Blizzard approach where it's ready when it's ready. I mean, they for the most part when they give a release date, it's at least close to that.
I mean, I would normally say that, and then they pushed Red Dead 2 way far out. So we'll see.
They brought it back. So they pushed it out. They're like, it's going to be fall, and then it was going to be summer of 2018, and now it's spring of 2018. So they keep bringing it closer to where we are now.
It was supposed to come out this year.
Yeah, but then they pushed it to fall of next year, and then it was summer of next year, and now it's spring of next year.
I don't care. You pushed it a year away. Like, whatever you do to redact that, it doesn't matter unless you bring it all and you redact it all the way back to the original date in November. You've already pushed it a year out in my eyes.
Did you really think it was going to come out this year, though?
Well, like Garrett just said, typically we had expected Rockstar to say something and they do it, or at least around the date. So yes, I did, because that's what Rockstar does. So now they've lost all credibility with me on release dates because of what they just did.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the first time it's happened, but they don't do it very often.
This is the time. I can only think of 2 or 3 other games where they pushed them back. Grand Theft Auto 5,
Yep.
It happened, but by a couple of months, not by a year. So for me, now I don't believe anything they say.
If it's spring, then technically it'll be a few months.
Joshua, it was supposed to come out this year.
Yeah, and we're not there yet.
Spring is okay. All right. Let's move on. All right. Well, that is what we thought about Red Dead Redemption 2. Let us know your thoughts, guys. Did you see the trailer? Did you like the trailer? What do you think of being a villain? What do you think of the Arthur Morgan character? Is he strong enough to hold a whole entire game on his own? And what are you going to do as a villain? You going to kill anybody? Putting one on a train track? Love to hear your thoughts, guys.
Get an achievement.
Renegade.
All right, guys. It's time for Gamer Trivia. You know how this works. Every week, two of us go head-to-head in a best-of-5 trivia contest. The winner stays in place next week. Garrett's over there getting ready. It's ridiculous.
He does it every week.
His warm-up routine. One of these days, we have to put his routine on YouTube just to see him crack his knuckles and move his head and shrug his shoulders. It's too much.
It'll be a good gif.
Yeah. So the winner stays in place. The loser, they have shame and they have to make next week's trivia. And I'm the one that was shamed because I'm making this week's trivia. Garrett won in the Marvel vs. Capcom trivia. Joshua held. Yeah, squeaked by there. Yep.
We take those.
Yeah, we'll take them any way we can get them. So this is me. So this week I was going to do Yu-Gi-Oh! But we had a conversation just before the show about Power Rangers.
Okay.
So this is now going to be Mighty Morphin Power Rangers trivia. Dun 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 dun.
So it was Yu-Gi-Oh! And then you changed it right before the show.
Bum 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 bum. Yep.
Okay. Is this all encompassing or
just Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
Okay, I feel okay.
So get yourselves ready, gentlemen. Question 1. The Power Rangers have their hometown they must defend from Rita Repulsa, named Angel Grove. Where is Angel Grove located? A. Texas. B. Florida. C. California. D. It is never revealed. I have Joshua's answer. And there we go. It's all late. I got Garrett's answer. Garrett, you chose D. It is never revealed. Joshua, you chose D. It is never revealed. The answer is C. California. So yes, they are in Angel Grove, California. That is incorrect for both of you gentlemen. 0-0. Going to question 2. Question 2. What is Bulk's real name? Is it A. Rocky Bulkwinkle? Is it B. Stanley Bulkenwins? Is it C. Christopher Bulkstetter? Or is it D. Farkas Bulkmeyer? So essentially Bulkwinkle, Bulkenwins, Bulkstetter, or Bulkmeyer. I have Garrett's answer and I have Joshua's answer. Garrett, you chose B. Stanley Bulkenwins. Joshua, you chose B. Stanley Bulkenwins. Mm-hmm. The correct answer is D. Farkas Bulkmeyer.
Are we sure?
I felt good about that one too.
Yeah. It's not saying much for your instincts there. All right, so that is incorrect for both of you gentlemen.
Gonna do it this week.
All right, question 3.
Damn it.
Still.
Fun fact.
Question 3, fun fact.
Beforehand. So Austin St. John, who is Jason, the Red Ranger, his name is actually Jason Geiger. And this happened, his name was changed for his stage name because his agency felt that that his name wasn't strong enough. And then he gets his first role and his character's name is Jason. And later he was also upset because Jason David Frank, who was in the same agency, his name is Jason, and they did not force him to change his name, which in some ways created some issues behind the scenes for these two men.
I mean, that's not Tommy's fault.
I don't know.
He's Tommy. JDF, he's Tommy.
Wow. Hey, Tommy, my name's actually... No. Your name's not Jason. Your name's Tommy. All right. Question 3. What is the name of the henchman who constructs Rita Repulsa's putties and monsters? Is it A, Goldar? Is it B, Scripes? Is it C, Finster? Or is it D, Babu? I have Joshua's answer and I have Garrett's answer.
Wait.
Both very quickly.
I got mine wrong. It's okay.
Garrett, you chose C, Finster. Joshua, you chose C, Finster.
Why'd you do the glasses thing?
That's the glasses anime thing.
The correct answer is C, Finster. So he's the nerd that
Hand
does
clap.
all her. That's a high five. I swear to goodness, guys, that's not a hand clap. When two people slap hands in excitement, that's not a hand clap. High five.
But when one person does it with both hands, it's a hand clap.
Yes, exactly.
But when two people do it with individual hands, it's not.
Yes, exactly what a high five is. Exactly. They're high fiving, they're not hand clapping, I promise. All right, well that is correct for both of you gentlemen. So good job to both of you. You just get one bell you get to share. All right. Question 4. Don't have another fun fact. I'm sorry, Joshua.
Or do you?
I don't.
Comes after question 4.
Nope. How did the Power Rangers get their wrist communicators? Is it A?
It's not that.
Is it A? Alpha 5 gave them to the Rangers. Is it B? Zordon created and gave them to the Rangers. Is it C? They stole them from Rita. Or is it D? Billy invented them. I have Garrett's answer, and I have Joshua's answer. Garrett, you chose D. Billy invented them. Joshua, you chose B. Zordon gave them to the Rangers. The correct answer is D. Billy invented them. Yeah, this is not their morphing not their morphing badges. It's their like do 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 do. No. So Garrett, that is correct for you, sir. And Joshua, that is incorrect. All right.
Score?
That is 2-1. Garrett's favor. Going into the final question.
What kind of?
Well, yeah, kind of. Who owned the Angel Grove Youth Center, the juice bar? Is it A, Larry? Is it B, Eddie? Is it C, Ernie? Or is it D, Georgie? Who owned the youth center? I have Garrett's answer, and I have Joshua's answer.
No, you don't.
I don't. I have Garrett's answer, just Garrett's. I have your answer. Garrett, you chose C, Ernie.
Yes,
Joshua, you chose B, Eddie. The correct answer is C, Ernie. So that is correct for you, Garrett.
I've got homework.
It's not over yet, sir. Oh, I guess it might be. We'll see. And that's incorrect for you, Joshua. All right, that puts Garrett up 3-1. Now we go to the salty sudden. So everyone knows how this works. However many points you have, you can bet that many points. If you get the question right, you gain that many points. If you get it wrong, you lose that many. But you guys are jerks. You guys are straight up jerks. Because every week, I don't want to have this, like, pick 10 things and as many as you get right, that's how many points you get. And you guys keep doing it to me. So I am doing this back to you. So points don't matter. For every right answer that you get a point. So anyone can win. Winner takes all.
I don't think either of us have a problem with that. I think you're the only one that has a problem with that.
I guess so, because I really don't like
I can't speak for Joshua.
I was about to press start and still one of his points.
This is not how it works.
Take a stock?
Yes.
Okay, so Power Rangers has been a long-running, long-standing franchise.
You can't be serious.
Yep, here we go.
Very long time.
You know how many of their seasons are, right? That's a lot of names.
Yep.
I would like for you guys to list in order each iteration of the show. Now, if you skip one, the next one, as long as it falls next in line, will count. But if you say one and then it was in the wrong order, so if you go 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, I'll allow it. But if you go 1, 2, 4, 3, 5, you're cut off at the point that you get the order incorrect.
Okay.
So name as many as you can in the right order. If you skip some, that's okay. But if you put some out of order, 4 before 2, that's when you're cut off from the point you get it wrong. All right, so they have given me their list. Everything is amassed. I will go through the list. So Garrett, you are you're in first. I'll save you for last. So Joshua, you're going first. So you had Mighty Morphing Power Rangers, Dino Thunder, SPD, and then at this point you had an error, but you had Ninja Force, Samurai, New MMPR, that's not a thing, then Super Friends, that's not a thing either. So you scored 3 points. That gives you 4 points. Garrett, You had Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Alien Rangers. Kudos for that.
Thank you.
Didn't expect you to get that. Either of you. Zeo, Turbo, SPD, Overdrive, Dino Thunder, Mystic Force. Your mistake happened at Overdrive. Dino Thunder happens before Overdrive, so you scored 5 points. That gives you 8 points. So Garrett, you are our Gamer Trivia Power Ranger winner. Champion.
Can you list off the first 6 or 7?
Yeah, so I'll very quickly go through the all the Power Rangers. So there's Mighty Morphin, Alien Rangers, Zeo, Turbo, Space, Galaxy, Rescue, Time Force, Wild Force, Ninja Storm, Dino Thunder, SPD, Mystic Force, Overdrive, Jungle Fury, RPM. There actually was EX Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. They redid it. Power Rangers Samurai, Power Rangers Super Samurai, Mega Force, Super Mega Force, Dino Charge, Dino Supercharge, Ninja Steel.
Wow.
There's 24 series of Power Rangers.
24?
There you go.
Yikes.
All right, guys. Well, hopefully you enjoyed Gamer Trivia this week. Give us some themes. Reach out to us. contact@scspodcast.net's the email. The email will be in the details and description of this episode. Just go ahead and click the link. It'll take you right there, and we'd love to hear some feedback from you. All right, guys, so our last full segment, Games with Gold and PlayStation Plus freebies for the month of October. So Games with Gold have their offerings of Gone Home, priced at $19.99, The Turing Test, priced at $19.99, Rayman 3 HD, priced at $9.99, and Medal of Honor Airborne, priced at $19.99, bringing up a total value of $69.96. So for you guys, what's the game of the month here for you?
Turing Test.
Really? Okay, cool.
It's a puzzle game. It's kind of a weird interactive version of Portal, but not as crazy as Portal. So I like puzzle games. I like 3D puzzle games. I'm curious. I've never played it. I've heard it's a lot of fun. I've heard it's maybe not as lengthy, but I want to check it out. I want to see how it clicks with my brain.
Okay, fair enough.
Real quick, I just want to kind of read what the Turing Test is.
Sure.
So, Turing Test, a test of a machine's ability to exhibit intelligent behavior equivalent to that of a human. Oh, a test they use to test robots.
Yeah, so I believe to get more quickly in depth, Alan Turing was the man who created this test, and he literally started this test off back in the 60s or something like that. And he would have a person in a room, and there'd be slots in a wall, and then text would come through of a conversation that two people were having. And you'd have to determine, and it would be one person's text on one, and then the response from the other person. So he'd read one, next one come out, he'd read that, and back and forth. And the person would have to decipher which of the text were coming from a computer and which one was the part of the conversation from a human being. And if the person couldn't decipher which one was human or not, then that meant the AI passed his test and was indecipherable from that perspective. So very interesting there. Yeah, this seems pretty cool.
I don't think the game does that though.
No, that is not the game. That is definitely not the game. That would be a cool thing to take part in, to even try.
Yeah. What points out to me is Gone Home. Looks like one of those kind of heavily, not so much narrative, but you get the story from the world around you. The story's not told from you. It's not complete a level, learn what happens. It's explore, learn stuff, read things. I guess kind of like how Dark Souls does their story, is you literally get the story from item descriptions. So
it does seem interesting, and the story does seem cool, but that's all it is just the point and click, not choose your adventure, but adventure through the house and learn. That's not my kind of game. I was never big on the what the heck are those games, the click ones?
Yeah, it's point and click adventures.
The original ones though.
Point and
click adventures. Are you talking about
like Monkey Island?
Thank you. I was looking for the title. Monkey Island. Thank you.
Point and click?
Yeah, it's point and click.
I know what genre it is. I was asking for the game that defines it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the one that defines it is Monkey Island.
Secret of Monkey Land. 1 and 2.
I think the Turing Test is probably mine as well. I really enjoyed Portal. Joshua, as you said, it kind of has that sort of vibe or atmosphere or harkens to it. So I'm looking forward to that. But you know what? The game that I'm really not happy about is Medal of Honor. What the heck is this game doing on here?
Right before the launch of Call of Duty.
This was one of the worst Medal of Honor games in history. Why are we getting this game?
You got to drop out of a plane.
I mean, they only got, 2 Medal of Honor games on the 360?
I don't want any. No, actually, I have more than that. I don't want this game. I'll download it. It's free. Why not? But It's just a waste. Thanks, Microsoft. So that's their games. So PlayStation, they gave us quite a bit. So Metal Gear Solid V, Phantom Pain, Amnesia, Metal Gear Solid V is $20. Amnesia is $29.99. Monster Jam Battlegrounds is $9.99. Hustle Kings is $9.99. Hue is $14.99. And Skyforce Anniversary is $9.99, bringing up to a total value of $94.94.
Is Phantom Pain really only $20 retail?
Apparently, this is straight from their website. I pulled this info.
Well, that's the best game on this list, clearly.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah, by far, Metal Gear Solid V, Phantom Pain is absolutely the best game. I mean, trust me, if you have PlayStation Plus, you need to download this game. It is amazing. That's it.
There's really nothing else to say.
Yeah, if you want to play some Hustle Kings, want to be the pool shark.
Yeah, Hustle Kings is a pool game. Skyforce Anniversary is a game that released on Xbox One as well. I actually own it. If you like shmups, this is definitely the game that you're going to want to play. And again, shoot 'em ups like those. What do you call them?
Shmups?
Well, yeah, but okay, like an airplane game where you have
Radius, R-Type, 1942.
Yeah, you have to dodge. It's bullet hell. You got to dodge like 1,000,000 bullets from oncoming enemies and maneuver your plane through it all. So yeah, I love that game. Amnesia is a horror game.
Yes.
So if you kind of like that, Monster Jam Battlegrounds is monster trucks.
From what I remember, Amnesia is one of those horror games that's not like it's not survival horror. It's not like I have a gun, defend myself. This is one of those games where you avoid and hide.
You just
cowardice is your weapon.
Is it cowardice though?
I mean, no. Yes, yes, it is.
Really?
But it's to live. I'm not saying that you're a coward for doing it. I'm saying use cower to live.
That's what Five Nights at Freddy's is.
Fair enough. All right. So who won this month?
I mean, clearly PlayStation did.
Yeah. There's no question.
They could have just brought out the one game and they won.
Like, what if we would have seen Microsoft's offerings this month? All right, guys, just hold off. We'll take these other 5 games. We'll lump them into November. We'll win just with this one game.
We'll have 10 games coming out in November.
So we'll win
wipe
October.
the floor with Microsoft.
We'll win October and November. Oh man! But you know what? All together, though, it's on the PlayStation side. It's a good list. Even taking out Metal Gear Solid 5, V. It's a good list. Amnesia is a great game. Skyforce is a good game. The others are.
That's all I can really.
Yeah, I can't speak. I can't say play digital pool. I just can't do it.
Which Hustle Kings.
Yeah,
right?
Hustle Kings. I can't do it.
I mean, if you want a little laid
Break
back
out
game,
the seal.
Yes, you can.
So yeah, those are the games this month, guys. Let us know what games you're interested in, and what games are just why should they even be on this list. You know how to reach us. Contact at scspodcast.net. All right, so speedrun. So every week we'll break down 10 news stories and fun facts that didn't quite make the list for a full segment. We give ourselves 1 minute per topic before we move on to the next one, finished or not. We got to go fast. Boop, 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 in the speed run.
That was also Kim Possible.
J.J. Abrams is set to produce a live-action remake of the recent highest-grossing anime film of all time, Your Name.
I don't know how I feel about this.
This is bad. This is
I don't think it should get a live-action remake to start.
Yeah, same here. Leave it where it was. That was kind of its charm. Is that it was hand-drawn, it was animation.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know how they will transcend this and then try to put any type of CG or digital animation into it.
Remember Death Note?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's going to be this.
Yeah, I don't think this is his wheelhouse, and I'm not sure how that would translate to have an American director do a Japanese anime.
That's what I'm worried about. It's not even so much that this is outside J.J. Abrams' field, just that this is something that should not be put in live action. This is not something that you can try to adapt and westernize.
I mean, everyone's trying to find the magic anime that translates to film. It hasn't happened yet.
Keep looking.
Yeah.
It's not here.
I don't think so either.
I don't think it'll ever show up.
But you know what? It does say a lot for how far anime has progressed that Hollywood's even attempting to do this.
This is true. Yeah. That is a good point.
So
anime is getting somewhere. Is it somewhere we want it to be? I don't know, but it's doing something.
Yeah, we'll see.
Next. Within 24 hours, Epic Games' free-to-play title Fortnite reaches over 1 million players.
You see what happens, PUBG?
Thanks, Cliffy.
We were talking about this last week.
Yeah, you're talking. You're making a big stink about them, and look, you're just helping them out.
Yep, free publicity.
Yeah, it also, it's free. The game's free right now, so there's that.
Yeah. I doubt that played much part in it, though.
No one cared about the free part. It was all the marketing, the publicity from their rival.
PUBG.
Yep. I don't really have much to say about this other than I do like Cliff Bleszinski as a director or developer. He's a great creative director. I like the game that he made. He pretty much made Gears of War what it is.
Actually, now that I think about it, I don't even think Cliffy B has anything to do with Epic Games anymore.
He doesn't. No. Yeah. But I think he does with Fortnite.
Ah. Yeah. Interesting.
So, yep. So yeah, I'm interested in playing it. Just haven't had time to try it yet.
Good old Fortnite.
Yeah, I'd rather just watch people play this particular game because you're not going to catch me really playing this game. I'm catching up on so much other stuff right now.
I'm not good at building.
Next.
Nintendo files a copyright strike, right?
You wrote this.
You're the editor. Nintendo files a copyright strike against a fan-made mod for Super Mario 64 called Super Mario 64 Online.
So is this that thing I've been seeing where there's a whole bunch of people playing Super Mario 64 at the same time?
Yeah, this mod that's this guy created, you can play up to 24 players all in real time for the whole Super Mario 64 game. You have multiple players in the same world in different worlds. I guess you can either, I don't know if you compete or you just play the game and collect all the stars and beat the game all together. Waluigi's in the game. There's a few other characters in the game.
You know what? Instead of like bad hammering this thing, because all it does is make people want to, download it in some other kind of way, just now put this guy on payroll and have him help you make games. These people clearly understand what people want from Nintendo, and they're making it.
I think that's a case-by-case kind of thing. Yeah. I don't think online Super Mario 64 is needed.
Yeah. I think
it'd be a lot of fun.
I would love it.
I'm sure it'd be fun, but I don't think Nintendo needs to pay for it. I don't think Nintendo needs to put a division group into, people want to play online.
Just this dude.
Next.
Disney apparently had to pay Paramount a 7-figure total to have J.J. Abrams direct Episode 9 to compensate from removing him from his current deal. I mean, that's pennies to Disney.
That's change.
I mean, to Disney, yeah, it's pennies, but this is still... That's saying something that you want this person, you're willing to pay him out of his contract to get him. I mean, this is kind of like because we talked about what's Disney doing. I mean, wouldn't they just they would make a decision on a director and then stick with that person because that was their first choice. Clearly, they want J.J. Abrams, so they're going to put money into it.
I think he's worth that investment.
Exactly.
I mean, now that you've done this, you can't not keep him at this point.
That's absolutely false. They can drop him like a sack of bricks.
I mean, realistically, they could, but...
They would drop him like a sack of bricks and it wouldn't matter, and they don't care about that money. What's 7 figures to them? 7 figures is less than 100 million, so they don't...
I mean, 7 figures could just be, 10,000? Wait.
No.
That's 7...
It's at least $1 million.
$1 million.
There we go.
So they might have paid him 50 million, 80 million. They don't care. They don't care. So if JJ...
No, that's 8 figures now.
You're right. So it's got to be less than 10.
It's less than 10.
So they don't care about this. If they decide that JJ's doing the wrong thing, they'll drop him quickly.
That's a lot of cash. Next. Nintendo has announced a new policy that restricts live streaming Nintendo games on YouTube. This mainly affects those in the Nintendo Creators Program.
They're laying down the ban hammer on a lot of stuff this week.
So I'm confused here how this really affects only YouTube. What about Twitch? Nope. Why doesn't it affect Twitch, though?
I think YouTube they want to attack more specifically YouTube. I don't know if it's because it's a little bit more mainstream, because it is the mainstream service to watch. I don't know, it's copyright, specific rules they want to go by. I really don't know, but those in the Nintendo Creators Program have specific permissions and eligibility to stream stuff directly from Nintendo. And I think they get kind of a piece from that too.
Twitch will have their time. Nintendo will take this YouTube thing and incorporate it. Once they stop people from doing it on YouTube, they will move to Twitch. That's clearly what they're doing here.
I think that would hurt Nintendo down the line.
I think so too.
They don't care about this. They're not getting any money. They don't get anything out of this.
They get exposure.
Next.
Sony Pictures plans to release a Men in Black spin-off movie in early 2019. There is no plans to bring back either Will Smith or Tommy Lee Jones for this film.
Messing up.
Well, this movie's done.
Messing up. What, because Independence Day did so well? See what happens when you don't bring back the man?
I mean, he probably asked him. He probably didn't want to.
Probably too busy. Both of them.
Yeah.
Maybe not Tommy Lee Jones. No one beating down his door to be in movies.
I don't know. Dude's huge in Japan.
Tommy Lee Jones?
Yeah, for whatever reason, Japan loves Tommy Lee Jones.
That's still not getting him in movies. What's the last movie you seen Tommy Lee Jones in?
I watched Batman Forever not too long ago.
When's the last new movie you've seen him in?
He was in a movie earlier this year.
Captain America?
He
is in Captain America. Absolutely.
Well, I don't know. You can't not have a...
Next.
Microsoft is bringing back its original The Duke controller to release later this year for use on the Xbox One console.
Who's this for? Why? No one's asking for this.
I think people are just going to buy it just for nostalgia, and that's it. It's not going to sell on its own.
Well, who is this for? Why are you doing this? No one's asking for this.
That's true. I'm sorry. I can't help but say it. Nostalgia. That G was real hard. I had to say it. I'm sorry.
What is it? Nostalgia?
He said nostalgia.
Nostalgia.
I guess if I can say V or ruined.
Nostalgia.
Yeah, you know what? This isn't for anyone besides fanboys, and I'm not a fanboy of hardly anything.
Especially the Duke controller.
Nope. Don't care.
How about you do other stuff? Like make some Overwatch controllers.
How about you duke other stuff, huh? Duke some other things out.
I got Duke to take care of after this podcast is over.
I'm going to stay quiet so I don't get corrected again.
Wow. He's taking this really hard.
This is...
This
is a long minute.
It is a long minute. I don't know what's going on here. Is it me? I don't think it's me.
No, it's the Duke controller. We got nothing to say about it, guys.
Stinks when you only got two of you, huh?
Oh, there it goes.
Next.
My Hero Academia gets renewed for a season 3, as confirmed by Shonen. Is that not mine?
No.
Oh, it's your turn.
Not yours.
My Hero Academia gets renewed for season 3, as confirmed by Shonen Jump.
I mean, honestly, you really shouldn't get to talk about My Hero Academia.
I do. This is awesome. This is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's inevitable. I mean, it's really good.
Where it's going.
Actually, I haven't been watching the latest of season 2. I'm like 10 behind because I've just been reading the manga.
Oh, okay. Okay, you're one of those guys.
Yeah, and so I'm so far ahead in the manga that I'm like, I can wait to watch the show.
I'm 2 episodes behind because they only have the latest 2 subbed. They don't have them dubbed.
Oh,
yeah.
Poor baby. But yeah, the show is awesome. I think it's one of the most original ideas in anime, and I like the fact that they're entering into this superhero realm with One Punch Man and then My Hero Academia. I'm sure more will come.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, this is really good. I know that your personal favorite's Froppy now.
Froppy! Yeah. She's so cool.
I told you last week.
She had a whole episode.
Froppy is bae.
I can see why. I can see why. Her on screen, I'm happy. She needs more screen time. Next! Ribbit.
Nintendo has announced that it will forever close its Wii Shop channel on January 31st, 2019. Any points that you have will no longer be available, so be sure to purchase any items you want before that date.
Really, Nintendo? You can't transfer these points to someone's account?
That's kind of mean to be like, use it or lose it.
Well, the Wii points aren't even transferable to the Wii U shop channel because it's a different type of infrastructure.
I get that, but maybe have some sort of thing where you can set up through your My Nintendo account.
Well, they're going to allow you to transfer anything you've downloaded from the Wii to the Wii U, but at that point, they're just going to shut down the servers and whatever you have, that's it.
So if they can do games, why can't they do points?
I agree.
I don't know. Maybe they just don't want to.
Yeah,
they're giving you a year and a half notice.
I guess kudos. Thanks.
I don't even think anyone's really buying anything from the Wii Shop channel anymore.
No, they're not. But the fact that I could have points on
So
there.
hold on. If I have points but I didn't use them, I deserve to lose them?
It's just like PTO, man.
No, it's not. You know how many hours of PTO you have to accrue before you lose them? If they don't lose them, they pay you out, typically.
It depends on the job, but it's not here.
Pay me out, Nintendo.
Most companies, it's like 300 hours. You know how much PTO is 300 hours?
Pay what you owe. Next.
The SNES launched this past Friday, September 29th, and scalpers have already posted them to sell for no less than $180 per unit.
That's stupid. I've seen them go up for as high as $550.
Whoa.
While everyone else is doing like 180, 220, 250. Like, if you're out there and you didn't get one, unfortunately, don't buy them from scalpers. You're wasting your money. Just be patient and wait it out.
That's what Regil said.
Yeah, I mean, there's already been like Target and a couple other stores have already gotten a second wave immediately after the first one. So they're going to slowly come back.
Yeah, please don't support scalpers, guys. It's bad. I understand wanting and the crave and the demand of I want it now. But in the end, you're only making the problem worse.
I'll find you one.
Oh, they're both looking at me. I really don't have much to say about this.
You don't like this.
I don't like
because you're one of them.
No,
you a scalper, Johnny.
No, I'm not. At least not for this item.
Johnny doesn't like the idea of this being recreated over and over.
Yeah, I'm not
again.
a fan of the SNES Mini.
That's right. You've made that
very clear.
Yeah, and our messages end.
All right, guys. Well, that is our speed run. I dropped my phone, and I also didn't say fan favorites this time.
Yes.
So there's that.
Got two more segments to get them right.
All right. So our final game of today's show. Name the game. 3 games, 2 competing hosts, and clues that lead to the correct answers. Use your wits, match the clues, and help. Well, I guess you don't help us, but you help yourself name the game. Right. So I squeaked by a win last week.
You did. I couldn't give you all the homework.
Nope.
I tried.
Yep.
So I got stuck with it.
I think that was that a name of the game 3-peat or 2-peat?
No, sir. I think that's
2-peat. Oh no, I beat you. You were the champ last week, so I took you down.
There you go.
So this will be a 2 for me if I can get this one.
If you can get this one, but not if Joshua has anything to say about it.
Yep.
Well, not if we can get these games right.
Right.
Well,
no crock.
Play more games.
And last time you had this segment, it was really hard on Joshua. And
apparently that's gonna be how it is when I do it.
Wow.
Because you guys don't play the same games I do. Apparently.
Deep cuts.
All right, here we go. Game number 1. This game is set in the West.
Red Dead Revolver.
Nope.
Call of Juarez.
Nope. Find and capture bad guys.
Pass.
Red Dead Redemption.
No. Despite its title, this game is not in black and white.
Beyond Good and Evil?
No.
Mad World?
No.
You need to get dupes.
Apparently. All right. While searching for criminals, in this game, you're trying to solve murders.
L.A. Noire.
Got it. All right. 1 point, Johnny. 0 so far for Joshua. On to game number 2. This game brought the franchise back from near obscurity.
Far Cry 3.
No.
Tomb Raider.
No. Exclusive to this console for a time. Pass if you don't know.
Pass.
Pass.
Find and rescue the president's daughter.
Resident Evil 4.
Got it.
Crap.
All right. 1 Johnny, 1 Joshua. All right. This one might be tough. Play as a knight and defeat the evil sorcerer.
Shovel Knight.
No.
Mickey and the Castle of Illusion?
No.
That's deep.
I may have forgot to mention, this knight is dead.
Medieval.
Got it.
Medieval. Yeah.
I knew what game you're talking about, but I never played it, so I didn't know the name of the game. I did not know there's nothing I could have done.
Why are you playing this game?
I literally knew exactly what game you're talking about. I had the picture of that stupid, ugly skull face.
Yep.
But I couldn't get his face
to match with the title.
The title, then I could do.
Sorry,
also,
buddy.
just got to throw in there. In the first one, L.A. Noire, you threw us off because you said West.
Yeah.
We were thinking Wild Wild West.
I know you were. That was the point.
Why? Why?
Is LA not on the West Coast? I don't know.
Depends on what side of the world
the
you're
West?
It's really weird. Okay.
If you're in Hawaii, it's in the East.
Well, that makes Joshua our new name the game champion. So congrats to you, sir. You took me down. Yeah. It's hard for me to win these when you do them.
Yeah, it's apparently going to be tough. I don't know. I guess I'll just start throwing out Madden games.
You don't have to do games that you play. You could just do games in general.
Well, I mean, wouldn't it make more sense if I knew what I was talking about to give hints?
You can literally look up a library of games online, but whatever. It's fine. All right. Let's move on.
You don't play games.
Play a lot of games, just good ones. All right. So we're in listener mail. So this is the grab bag of our listeners chatting with us, and we select a couple every week. We talk about them and what they're chatting with us about. So email number 1 is from Braulio. Joshua. I'm sorry, Garrett. Wow, the look I got from you, Garrett, that he was going to go first.
I don't like change.
You can go first, Garrett.
Change. Braulio says, you guys have talked about the current state of gaming and the sheer amount of games that release. I think one way to look at the industry is this. No gamer is being ignored. With the breadth of games that are coming out on every single device, even for smartwatches, gamers of every type are being serviced. No one can say, I don't have a game that caters to me. And that is a huge thing to say for the industry as a win.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I can't dispute that.
I mean, I guess it really does depend on your perspective of what you want to say as far as success in the industry.
Yeah.
And this is a way to measure that success, that every gamer who wants to be a gamer, if you want to be a gamer, there is a game that you will enjoy. Guaranteed.
Yeah, and games have expanded so far through mobile devices now.
I guess if you call them that.
Yeah, they're called mobile devices. But even for smartwatches, you can do little games on a watch or on a very small device. And you can do that anywhere on the go. Kids, adults, doesn't matter who. So it's expanded quite a lot over the last several years.
Now technically, Braulio, so what you're saying, this doesn't make us wrong either. So the sheer amount of games coming out is a problem. because there are, at least in my opinion, because there are so many games that just 95% of them are lost in obscurity. The majority of gamers will have no opportunity to play them. And then, that creates other issues where games that have massive amounts of marketing compared to maybe a far better title that has no marketing will get purchased compared to the game that is superior to it. So there are some issues as well within the industry. Just because there are games for everyone doesn't mean that there aren't problems with the amount of games or the bad games mixed in with the good or the way that they sell games, the pricing of games, microtransactions. There's a lot of bad with the good. So yes, you're not wrong. You are 100% right. That doesn't mean that we are in a perfect industry. There's definitely things that we can do to make our industry better.
Yeah, I see where you're going. More games is good for the industry because games are always being made. People or gamers will always have something to play. But Johnny, kind of as you pointed out, with all these games coming out and getting lost and not being purchased or played, there's companies that are making games not getting back what they put into it. You got studios going out of business. You got franchise just saying, okay, no, we're not going to do that anymore. Look how good it is. I mean, Capcom, every time they bust out a Darkstalkers, is just Darkstalkers again. Then they wonder why no one's buying the same game that they already released last time.
Or Sniper Elite. Yeah. Like, I swear they've done like 15 of those games. They're on
How?
number 4.
Who are you? What is the developer for Sniper Elite?
So, yeah, anything, Joshua?
Nope, nothing else to add to that.
All right, cool. So you got email number 2 from our friend Jorge.
George?
We've been over this. My gosh, his name is not George.
Alrighty. Email number 2 from Jorge says, "You guys made fun of PUBG last week. Are we still saying your way?"
Yes, I won the rock paper scissors.
I didn't know it was a forever thing. You want to do rock paper scissors again?
No, I won.
All right, it's my email. So you guys made fun of PUBG last week in that they sold 10 million copies while still in beta. I'm interested to know what you think about non-launch ready titles charging to enter the beta and continuing to charge months and months later. This is becoming a trend in indie games, and I'm frankly sick of it. I spend money on a finished product, not half the project.
I agree with that. I think it's crappy. I understand the benefit to it. You have so many people playing your game. You can use that income to make your game better. But at the same time, I can't help but think some companies are just like, well, why even do anything to it? We're making all this money now.
Well, I think that last part is exactly where the issue lies. And you said that some companies, but most of the developers that are doing this process, they're not a company. It's a ragtag group of 1 to like 15 guys. They're not a company. They're independent dudes who probably have other jobs doing this project.
Okay, excuse my verbiage.
Well, I just mean that if it were a company that was tradable or had a large amount of employees, had income, and that was their sole job because they have revenue coming in, then okay, that's a jerk move. But if it's like 10 dudes who are working out of one of their friends' garages or basements in their spare time, these guys need help to make their game. And if you choose to support them in that way, knowing you're buying a beta, that's your choice. You didn't have to do it. You could wait.
That's fair. As long as they give you the notice that this is a game in beta, we are still working on it, that kind of thing. As long as they let me know what I'm purchasing.
Yeah, but for what Jorge is saying, I think that if you're going to purchase a game in beta, as a developer, you should give them the option where you give them the complete game. And if you're going to add content, don't charge for the beta version and then charge more content compared to if you fully release a game, you're going to pay for whatever is included. And then after that is DLC. You can't really go on the record and saying, hey, this is the full game in beta. Now we're charging, in quote, DLC as this extra stuff. It doesn't really work that way because the game's not even complete.
Yeah, I actually 100% agree with that. That's a great bring up, Joshua, that you should be grandfathered into everything the game has to offer. If I gave you $60 when you were still halfway through the game, when your game releases, you shouldn't make me have to either A, rebuy the new game, or B, buy your DLC packs.
Yep.
To some degree. I mean, if you're going to microtransaction it up, okay, well then they can't give you all the microtransactions. But if you have a
give me all the microtransactions.
One thing I think that I dislike is when these go crazy big, like PUBG or even Minecraft, which technically is still in beta. Technically,
that game's on every system ever made.
Yeah, no. But if your game is making millions and millions, stop. Like, you sold 10 million betas. You can just now stop this beta nonsense because you all now, the 15 of you or 20 or 30, you have the money to quit your day jobs and work on this game. Stop charging for the beta now. Like, you've done what you needed to do to make sure your game comes out. What are you doing now?
I mean, I would agree with that, but I mean, if you have so many people that you charge for the beta and then to say, okay, now the beta's free, what do you do for those people that believed in your product?
It's a fair point. Okay, I guess keep
keep charging.
Yeah,
Do you think? Oh, sorry.
No, keep bending them over.
Do you think the issue is finding a publisher?
No, they don't need a publisher. It's
Microsoft.
Like, well, if you look at PUBG, for example, they're trying to get a physical release in addition to trying to get it digitally. So, are they trying to push physical sales, or should they just say, "Hey, I want to work with you, Microsoft, Sony, just make this game fully digital"?
I don't think that they're trying to make physical copies. What I think they're trying to do is get the game on Xbox and Sony consoles, but it would still be a digital title.
Right.
And then if Microsoft or Sony chooses to then publish the game, I mean, they can do that and make a partnership, but I think they just want to get their game made. Much like Minecraft. Minecraft wasn't on disc for a long time.
No, it was on PC for years.
Yeah, and when it transitioned even over to Xbox 360, it was strictly a downloadable title at first. So, yeah, they just want their game made. But yeah, good email, Jorge. Good email, Braulio. We appreciate those.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, those are some good topics. So last week's listener question. If you could raise any, I think we went to video game character, but we'll expand it to, sure.
What was that? Pop culture.
Pop culture character.
Yeah. If you could raise any pop culture, be the parents of any character, who would you be? Or who would it be?
So if I had to raise a video game character as like my son or daughter, I don't know. There's a lot of options, man. You know what? It'd be a Big Daddy.
You would raise
You're on
Daddy?
this Big Daddy kick.
I like him.
That's fair. I'm not going to argue that.
I thought you were going to say Bowser Jr.
No, but he's cool.
Ooh. Oh, that would be, you'd have your hands full.
Yeah, yeah, you would.
Nah, for me myself, I'm thinking I'm gonna take the easy route. Baby Mario.
Ugh.
Yep. Just right there. Just whenever I need to do something, Yoshi, come here.
Wow.
Take care of Baby Mario.
Yeah,
Make sure he gets to the end of this flower field.
You have your own personal chauffeur for this baby.
Yep, nice and easy for me.
All right.
I mean, I even taught him to race carts.
Transportable crib.
Play golf.
I would want a baby Roy.
Roy's our boy, final Fire Emblem.
Yep, that technically means I'm royalty, right?
I
just adopted royalty.
I suppose.
I adopted royalty.
I mean, that can happen.
We both have red hair. It works.
Have fun with that.
All right.
So next week's listener question. What do you got, JG?
If you could make any character in pop culture, if you could make any of them an amiibo with any in-game feature, what would it be? Doesn't have to be on a Nintendo console. Just a little figurine that you can
Toys to life.
Put in your game, and it has a specific feature.
All right.
What would you be?
Well, that is next week's listener question. So email us, guys. Contact at scspodcast.net. Let us know what your answer to that question would be. We'd appreciate hearing that from you. Or tweet it at us at Super Co-op Squad. Both of those social media links can be found in the summary or the details of the episode that you are listening to right now. So just click that and chat it up with us. All right, so the end game boss fight. So at the end of the show, we talk about what's going on with us outside the podcast and give each other in-game bosses to figure out how to defeat on the next episode. So,
alrighty. So what's ironic is earlier you had said that you are not a builder, but your challenge was you have to win in a game of Jenga, a 2-story Jenga with 2 other people. So how are you going to win if you're not a good builder?
So this is easy. This is super easy. I just be courteous. I let them go first.
That's the worst thing to do.
No, because it's a building. Like, if you take out the foundation of a building, it's coming down.
Well, you don't start at the bottom.
Take down the foundation,
start at the top.
And then it gets to your turn. It's like Russian roulette.
Yeah,
you let them go first. They're fine. What do you do now?
It's still a building. So, they're going to push a piece. It doesn't matter what piece. It's so heavy that just even that swaying movement is coming down.
But you can take a piece from the second to the top layer. It doesn't have to be from the foundation.
Nope. There's no crane big enough to just get up there and pull that out. They have to go from the middle to the bottom, and then they lose, and I win just by default. That's how you can't argue why I chose to win. You do this every week. I get to choose how I win. That's it. You don't have to like it.
There's just holes. That's all.
There's plot holes in this plot book.
Plot holes.
Yeah. It's a bunch of wag in that Jenga game.
So that's how I did. All right. So my week was a good week. Work. I'm loving my new job. I'm blessed to be there. So that's awesome. Playing Cuphead. Like that game quite a bit. Got spanked by Garrett in Magic. So
Ooh.
yeah, he had a good run, man.
Yeah, there's good nights and bad nights for all of us.
He had some good ones. Played my cousin Dylan in NBA 2K18. Put the just smack down on him. And to top off this weekend, and I won both my fantasy football leagues, my work league and my family league.
Nice.
So yeah, just a great weekend, man. Just loving this week. That's what I got.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, Garrett. So last week, what did you have with our terrible, amnesiac memories?
The funny thing is, I remember the one from 2 weeks ago.
Right? The giant bird. What did I give you? Oh, I gave you the mosquito.
Oh,
the mosquito with the powers of a fly. He's just unswattable.
Yeah. I do have an app for that.
Okay. Shoot.
I just spray that bug spray on me. There you go. Got him.
Well, he won't get you.
He won't get me if he chooses to.
He's still hanging around. He just ignores you.
Yeah, he can't bite you.
All right, well then we'll go our separate ways.
That's not how flies work.
I'll live, he'll live.
You ever notice like a fly, like you leave a room and the fly follows you?
Yeah.
Like, dang, dude,
catch you, man.
Or
you stay in the living room?
Or you're nice enough to open the door so he can leave and he just doesn't leave?
Well, he's a fly. He ain't leaving. But like, if I leave the room, he shouldn't follow me to the next room. Like, if you go outside, he's not going to follow you outside.
No, he's smarter than that.
It's ridiculous. All right, man. How was your week?
My week was great. I did a lot of My Hero Academia, as I'm sure you know. I damn near caught up.
So, is it safe to say you love this show?
I don't know, because there's a few things I don't like. It's very enjoyable. I will say that, but there's a couple things I don't really like about it. I don't like the narrative of it. That it's a look back, and that Deku is like, oh, this is how this happened, and oh, little did we know things were about to go down. That kind of. I don't like that. I don't like knowing that something's about to come up. Now I know that something's about to come up in the show. If that makes sense.
It doesn't happen all that often, though.
It's happening enough to me because he starts off the show going, "This is the story of how I became the greatest hero ever."
That's fine. We knew in Naruto that he was going to be the Hokage.
I didn't, but that's because I stopped at the tuning exams.
I can see that being I don't know. It doesn't bother me, but okay, that's fair.
Just a tad bit, and then there's a couple of Johnny, you know me. Who's the one character I dislike the most
in
My Hero Academia?
Oh, it's Deku. Oh, either Deku or Bakugo.
Pick one.
Well,
knowing me,
it's probably Bakugo.
It is Bakugo. Dude is so annoying.
I love
everything he does. He's just giving mean, evil glares. I don't want to spoil that, but something happens that he still has an attitude about it. Anyway, but yeah, we're loving that show. I guess I am loving that show. Froppy forever. And they teamed up, Froppy and Tokiyami. Tokiyami?
Mm-hmm.
Dark Shadow guy.
Yep.
They teamed up. Oh man, they make a great team. I ship them.
That won't happen.
Hope they get together.
It'll be Froppy and what's the dude with the purple balls?
No, Minata?
Yeah.
No way. No. He's too busy chasing literally everybody.
Yeah, including Frop.
Midnight though. Anyway. So did some of that. I think I'm near the tail end of Fire Emblem. So I'm trying to finish that up, and I'll finally play some Super Metroid, or I guess not Super Metroid, Metroid Samus Returns or Return of Samus. I get those two confused.
Return of Samus.
Return of Samus. Looking forward to playing that. Joshua.
Yes.
You are the MVP, sir.
Thanks.
Dude's awesome.
I'm the MVP.
You hooked me up. You were able to get me a Super NES Classic.
Yep. After all the crying you've done over the last year about the NES Classic.
Yeah, well, yeah. They did me dirty there.
Yeah.
Nintendo did me dirty.
Then you had to
discontinuing it 2 months later.
Then you had to work, so you couldn't go get this one.
Yeah, but you were looking out for me. And that's awesome. I cannot wait to hook that thing up. And apparently you have to beat the first level of Star Fox to unlock Star Fox 2. So I will be getting on that. And there's so many games on there that are like these big games that I never played. I never played Link to the Past. I never played Secret of Mana.
Yep.
There's a Earthbound. There's a whole bunch of games I'm looking forward to playing. So I'm going to be on that. Overwatch, Super NES Classic, and my Nintendo 3DS. I don't know what I'm going to do after I finish these last 2 episodes of My Hero Academia. I literally lost. It's going to be that moment where you finish an anime and then you're like, what do you do with your life?
I think
watch Dragon Ball Super.
It's very safe to say you love this show because you only feel that way if you love a show.
Yeah, fair. That's
like
good.
that barrenness in your soul.
Yeah,
like,
empty.
Like you finish the last episode, you're just like,
now what?
Yeah.
So that's gonna be me. I'll figure something out. There's a lot of backlogs to watch. Anyway, moving on. Joshua, last week,
yes,
you had to fight Darkseid, but yeah, pink eye.
Yeah, you did.
Oh wait, before we go there, I have to give you your next week's boss fight.
Aye.
So you have to defeat a boss level, and all it is you standing at a golfing range, and you just have to swing a golf club and try to make the golf club go, or the ball go 300 yards down the pitch, eagle in one. That's all. That's what you got to do over and over. Figure it out.
An eagle in one,
and you can't see the hole. And every time you swing, it moves somewhere else.
Okay, I don't think an eagle in one is possible.
An eagle is what it's called. Like if you
get a hole in one.
No, it's not a hole in one. It's like
eagle is 2 under par.
Yeah.
So then how is that in one?
It's not. It's called. It's eagle. Yeah, it's eagle.
Okay.
So if
you see the confusion.
If you have to get it in 5, an eagle means -2, so you have to get it within 3.
Okay, gotcha. So I will be on that.
Yep.
Would you like your new boss now, or after you have found your way to defeat Pink Eye?
Give it to me now.
All right. Your boss fight for next week. You'll be fighting Zero from Mega Man X.
Okay.
But he's running on Windows 95, so we'll see how that goes.
Why?
That's how operating system.
Yeah. That's how Dr. Wowie hooked him up.
Dr. Wowie.
Dr. Wowie. He the most sophisticated thing he had was Windows 95.
Is he on a floppy disk? Okay. So Darkseid with Pink Eye. So I mean, I couldn't touch him because I didn't want to get Pink Eye. So essentially, I hey, doofus over here, and just had him start chasing me, and kind of did like a berserker in Gears of War. Just ran around screaming at him, calling him obscene names, getting him to run into a wall. He ran into so many walls, he got a concussion, got knocked out unconscious.
There you go, KO.
That'll work.
Yep. Cool. So I was able to camp out, get an SNES Classic. I had nothing better to do because I'm currently not working. I'll let everybody just kind of keep up. I found out from a doctor I have a bulge disc, or a fancy term for a slip disc. So
that's what the ladies like, right?
We're not going to go there. So essentially, I'll have to go see a doctor and get some medication to try to keep the inflammation down. So I'm feeling a little bit better, but I can't go back to work for at least 2 more weeks to see if it works.
I literally had to think about what you were trying to say.
There you go.
Bulged. Also, what store were you at for your pickup of your Nintendo Classic?
2380.
Oh, okay, cool. That's a GameStop.
Yeah, it's a specific store in Orange County. So I went there. I was with Ricky and Daniel. Shout out to my dudes. We each got one, and then I went to another store down by the street because the one I went to opened up at 8:45. They opened up early, and then I went to the one by my house. They opened up at 10, and I was able to get another one. So I got one for me and got one for Garrett. Johnny, you said you didn't want one, so
no, I did not.
So I told you last week that I 100%ed Metroid, and then I wanted to play another games, and I probably should have played Mario and Rabbids. So on Monday, I picked up Mario and Rabbids again. I'd already played about 4 hours into it, and then I have already dropped Mario and Rabbids since then.
You liked it that little, huh?
Yeah, so little that I 100%ed the game in a week.
Oh, dang.
So I played it's really good. It's a really good turn-based Mario game. It's got a lot of cool stuff in it. It's so good. Gary, you had said it's kind of a turnoff because it has Rabbids in it.
That's the only thing. If it was just Mario and like they were fighting Koopas and stuff like that, I'd be all over that game.
So the Rabbids that are in the game, it's not to the point where it's annoying. They have little quirks and things like that, but it's funny, and there's so much cool little callbacks and things that they mix up in that universe. It's really good. The final boss, or the boss in the fourth world, is hilarious.
Okay, I will say this much. I know 2 people that have this game. Perhaps when they're done with it, if they will be willing, I can
let you borrow it.
Well, one of them's you, Joshua. So
one of them's you.
Okay, I didn't think you were cluing me. So this week I put in about 40 to 45 hours into that game between Monday and Friday.
I do need a reason to turn on my Switch again.
Yeah. No, I can let you borrow it 100%. I'm done with it. There's nothing else I can do minus the multiplayer, but I don't have someone else to play with. So
Besides trade it in.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to do that.
All right.
Cool. I can't play that. So, Johnny, your boss fight this week.
Stop looking around.
No, I'm looking away.
Close your eyes.
I had it. All right. So your boss fight this week. You were stuck in a maze. You're in a Pac-Man maze. You have to eat all the pellets in 5 different stages. But some of the pellets are ghosts in disguise.
Well, hold on now. 5 Pac-Man stages are 2 stages, bruh. It's 2 before I get to go to a new stage. 5?
Hey, you got to get through 5 stages. But some of the pellets are ghosts in disguise. I don't know what they look like. This is a brand new version, so you got to figure it out.
Okay.
This is my boss fight for you.
All right, fair enough.
Figure it out.
Cool. Well, there we go. That's my boss fight for next week. They got their bosses for next week, and we are done, guys. That's the show for this episode. We had a lot of fun, as always. We hope you enjoyed all of our discussions, our opinions, the gaming segments. We truly hope that we're creating a show and crafting something that you enjoy every week. That's fun for you. And if you do have fun, if you do enjoy this, we just ask, one or two things of you guys that would really help us out. The first one is let friends and family know. If you got coworkers, anyone that you feel would appreciate and like hearing what we talk about and our opinions, and would have fun just listening to the games and all the stuff that we do, tell them about it. That's the biggest and the best way that our show and this podcast and everything that we're trying to add to it, including YouTube stuff and additional side podcasts. That's how it grows the most. So thank you if you've done that, and thank you if you do it, because that would mean a lot to us. That would mean you really like what we're doing if you tell people that you care about us. And the second thing, guys, is Patreon. If you have a buck or two, we'd really appreciate you guys becoming a patron of our show. We're going to use all that funding to continue to add things to our show, better equipment. We're opening up more YouTube stuff again. We have some podcasts that are coming up, so stay tuned for some side podcasts that we'll be doing, guys. And just to help further that and speed things along, we'd ask for you guys to go there and drop a buck or two or whatever's on your heart. But those are just extras. Just listening as you are doing right now, that means like everything. Because you're spending your time, which is the most important thing.
It's the whole reason we're doing this.
Yeah, seriously, it is. But if you do have the ability to help us a little bit or tell some friends about our show, that's just extra on top, and we thank you, even more on top of that. That's all we got for this week, guys. We hope you enjoyed yourselves. If you want to chat with us, make sure you can do that with us anywhere. All the links are in the details in the description. But specifically, you can chat with us on Twitter as a group at Super Co-op Squad. You can also talk to us individually. You can find me at JohnnyMac24.
You can find me at GJL3275.
And I'm Joshua_4_life.
Yep. We'll see you guys next week.
Later.
Peace.
Mother.